One quick housekeeping note on Florida. You mentioned the FEMA plans. Has the president spoken to Governor DeSantis ahead of the storm? Does he plan to?
We don't have any calls to preview or that's locked in to share at this time.
Okay. And I want to ask you about the new poll that was out this weekend, this ABC Washington Post poll. It shows 56% of Democrats want the party to nominate someone other than Biden, and for people under 40, 75% want the party to pick someone different. Is the president concerned by this? How's he digesting a number like that?
So, as you know, I'm very limited on how I can discuss any kind of elections. I will reiterate what we have said many times from here, what the president has said many times, even recently as his 60-minute interview, is that he intends to run. Don't have any more announcements on that. But look, the president will say, as I am saying right now, is his focus is not on himself. His focus is on continuing to deliver for the American people after taking action. I just talked about the Inflation Reduction Act, how important Medicare is now going to be able to negotiate, be able to lower cost for our seniors, and how important it is cost is going to go down as well as it relates to energy bills. I mean, these are things that the president has done for the past 19 months, making sure that manufacturing is resurgent. We saw that in the New York Times article, and we have been able, in the first 19 months, about 700,000 jobs, manufacturing jobs, have been created right here in this country because of the work that this president has done. And, you know, I said this at the top, we have done everything that we can. The president has made lowering costs for the American people a priority, has made the economy a priority for the American people. And you think about the American Rescue Plan, Republicans didn't vote for that. You think about the Inflation Reduction Act, Republicans didn't vote for that. In fact, they put forth an agenda that wants to take away the gains that we have made by fighting, by winning against one of the most powerful special interest groups. But
you just ticked off this list here, but the poll actually shows that the president is deeply underwater when it comes to the economy. Is there anything the White House plans to do differently? Do you need to do the midterms are in 44 days? Does there need to be a course
Again, I can't talk about the midterms. No. I'm about to answer your question. Give me a second here. Again, I have to say this, right? I cannot talk about the midterms from here because you did mention the midterms. What I can say is, and we talked about this in our August memo, we are going to go out there, not just the president, the vice president, the cabinet secretaries, you have congressional members in their district as well, and we're going to talk about how we have delivered for the American people. Here's the thing, when you think about Medicare, you think about Social Security, you think about the pieces of legislation that we have passed, they are very popular with the American people, with Republicans and Democrats. And so that is also important to note. So look, we're going to keep getting out there. The president loves going out to, to states across the country, to communities across the country, talking directly to the American people. And that's what we're going to do. I understand what you're saying about the poll. I understand what you're saying about the president's numbers. But what we are going to focus on is how we are going to continue to deliver for the American people, especially at the most important things that matter to them. Lowering costs, making inflation a priority when it comes to his economic agenda, making sure we don't leave anybody behind, build an economy from the bottom up, middle out, and that's going to be the president's focus.